Hello, everyone. So it's been a while. I know I'm not good at this. I told y'all from day one. Where's my thing? There it is. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I guess first things first. I finally got to the doctors about my knee. And this 6'4" gorgeous man walks into that fucking room, and I about fell out my damn chair. They did a whole bunch of x-rays on my knee, and Dr. McDreamy was going over them with me. And okay, so when they first took my the first x-rays they took, I was standing in front of the machine, just standing straight. And then she had me turn around and face the machine, hold the back of it, and then like squat so she can take x-rays of my knees bent. Then she had me lay on this table on my side with my good knee straight and my bad knee bent on top of it like this. Anyways, so this fucking gorgeous man walks into that room, sits down, and starts going over these x-rays with me. And I had no idea, but you can actually see the curve of my ass cheeks and my hoo-ha. And I'm like, oh my God. And of course, that's the one that he wants to focus on the most. That's the one he wants to hold in his hands and talk about with me, is the one that has the outline of my coochie. So that was fun. Oh my God. He was so... It's been a month and I still get all giggly when I think about him. Anyways, so there's not much. He said that there's nothing he can do for me. There's no surgery. It's not broken. And the only thing I can do, I can either ignore it and learn to live with it, or I can go to physical therapy. He said over and over and over, probably I think 6 times in this 20-minute conversation, he's like, there's nothing I can do for you. However, if you want to call and make another appointment, just come back and shoot the shit with me. And of course, my son's like, Mom, make another appointment. No. He was just trying to be nice. Unfortunately, I have arthritis in both my knees. However, that is not my problem. Hang on. I have tendinitis. And that's what the problem is. And physical therapy, because of how tiny this town is, the physical therapist doesn't have an appointment available until the middle of March. However, I am on the waiting list. So if anybody cancels between now and then, I get bumped up. So he did give me some medicine. He said that if I need more than one refill, I would have to go to my primary. But again, if I need to talk, I can always make an appointment and come back and talk. Just talk to him. He was so damn cute. I've also been to speak to a dietitian since I last spoke to you guys. And it was kind of hard. Because I didn't realize how much of my childhood trauma affected my eating until she started asking me all these questions and stuff. And I was like, well, damn. I just never put those together. Until we started talking, I had completely shoved to the back of my mind that I used to be bulimic and anorexic. And that's why I eat my food so fast. And I never really thought about it. I just always, well, we were always in a hurry, so we had to eat, and rush. But it was because if I stop and I look at my food, I won't be able to eat it. I will get physically sick and I will start throwing up because that's what I used to do. Did my lights just flicker, or did I just blink really hard? In the winter, we tend to lose power quite frequently up here on this part of the mountain. She says the foods that I've been eating are not that bad. Because I had to make a food journal before I came to her. So for the last week, I've been doing that. And she's kind of pissed that I don't eat 3 solid meals a day. She's, apparently skipping meals is pretty bad. Like I said, the food, she said, is not bad. It's my portions. Not to say that and it's not even that I'm eating too much, because she says I'm not eating enough. But she gave me a picture of a plate, and it was cut into 3. And and those are the portions that are right, that I'm not doing properly. She says I'm not eating enough proteins and stuff like that. I mean, I eat chicken almost daily. I mean, I'm a chicken whore. I love chicken, but I'm not eating the proper amounts of when I do eat. I'm not eating the proper amounts of the different food groups. Is what the problem is, and I'm not eating as frequently as I should be. I'm not allowed to skip meals anymore. And see, that's another thing with me is, and I didn't realize this until I was talking to her. Because I used to be bulimic and anorexic. And I was like that for a very long time, throughout my entire high school. I think I started when I was like 13. But I didn't stop until I got pregnant, and then as soon as I was done being pregnant, I started up again. And I didn't stop until I was lived in Germany. So from like 13 to like 21. When your stomach growls, it's just a muscle reaction. It's a muscle spasm. And if you ignore that for about half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour, it'll stop. And I used to do that. And so, and for so long, almost a decade of doing that, my body trained itself to just stop making that muscle spasm. So, I mean, you can hear my stomach growling right now. However, I don't get triggered. My body doesn't trigger when I'm hungry until I'm so fucking hungry, I'm dizzy and nauseous. So yeah, I'm really, really fucking hungry right now. So I should be eating, but I'm not. And I didn't realize, that's why I didn't eat, because I was like, well, I'm not hungry, so why eat if I'm not hungry? And she's like, you are hungry. And she's like, do you feel lethargic? Do you feel this and this? And she started giving me off all these symptoms. And I'm like, well, yeah, I feel that throughout the day. She's like, those are also hunger signs. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm also on a time schedule now. Because I have a tendency, and yes, I know this sounds crazy, but there's a lot of people out there like me, apparently, who have such an unhealthy relationship with food as I do, who don't recognize when they're hungry as I don't, that I will forget to eat. Like when my son, when he was working at his last job, he worked second shift. So I was home all day by myself. Sometimes I would sit down and I would start working on a book and I would forget to eat. I would because I wouldn't get the hunger pains, you know? And I didn't recognize the other symptoms as being hunger pains. I sometimes have been known to go a day and a half without eating just because it never crossed my mind. So now I am on an eating schedule. That's why I'm not eating right now, because it's not time. I have to eat at 9, 12. I have to have a snack at 4, and then eat again at 7. And it's only 7 a.m., so I still have a couple hours before I can eat. But some things I had already been doing, she wants me to keep doing, like meal prepping and food prepping. My shake was good, but I need more protein in it and less fruit, because I had a cup of strawberries and half a banana. She wants me to reduce the banana and strawberries both down to 1 cup. Or was it half a cup? I don't remember. I now have to keep writing a food journal. And I need to put... Every time I open this drawer, another one pops up. So I need to start writing down what time I eat, what I eat, the proportions. She says it's not about counting calories, so don't bother doing that, although be aware of them. I need to start looking at my food and force myself to slow down. I'm really surprised at some, the snacks. I was like, oh, this is one of my favorites. I've been doing this. Oops. I would get like half a cup of blueberries, and I would dip them in some plain non-fat yogurt, and then I would freeze them. That's good. Half a banana with a tablespoon of peanut butter. I use cashew butter, not peanut butter. Anyways, I think those are all really good. And then she gave me a list of nuts. I can have my pistachios. I can keep my pistachios. I'm so excited. So anyways, and a lot too. I mean, 49, I think it says. Yeah, you can have 49 pistachios. I don't know if I can't see the camera, so I don't know if you're seeing it properly. So that's pretty fucking cool. I'm really relieved about that, because the eating, what she's got me doing is so easy. And I've always avoided this because I thought, I was like, oh my God, they're just going to tell me I'm a horrible eater. But no, she says that what I'm eating is fine. I just need to change the portions to be more balanced. That's the word, to be more balanced. I told her I was autistic and that a lot of foods were a texture trigger for me, so I couldn't eat. I am 47 years old, and just last year I finally taught myself how to eat noodles, because I could never eat them before. I would always gag and throw up because they felt like worms on my tongue. And there's still some noodles I can eat. Ramen noodles. There's still some noodles I can't eat, and when I do eat them, I have to break them down into little pieces this big. Otherwise, I gag and puke, and I can't handle it. Green things. I'm not really sure what triggered that. But green things is something I've only been able to eat the last few years. Like lettuce and spinach, broccoli, zucchini. I can eat those. I'm still have not been able to eat green beans. I've tried off and on a few times over the years. Peas, I can't do. I can't do the texture. They're just rolling around in my mouth like that. I can't handle that. Meat is something that since my divorce, I have been training myself to eat, and mainly because it's cheap. It's so much cheaper to buy one of those round logs of meat than it is to buy anything else. There are some days that money was so tight that I could either eat what I don't like or not eat. And some days I didn't eat, but some days I had no choice but to eat food I didn't like. But meat, like burgers, meatloaf, taco meat, especially loose meat. Oh my God. I especially had trouble eating loose meat. And I still can't, like Sloppy Joes, I can't do that. And this has always been an issue And people don't understand that this is the real legit thing for people with autism. They can't do it. And nobody wants to be okay with that. Which is one reason why I have not dated. Like, until this year, if I ate an egg roll, I couldn't eat the whole egg roll. I would pinch off the end, get my fork, I would gut the egg roll and just eat the outside. And that always made, whenever I would go to a Chinese restaurant with someone, they would always stop and like, what are you doing? Nothing. When I go to the Mexican restaurants and they bring out the tortilla chips, I can't just put one in my mouth. I take my napkin and I spread it out and I put a few tortilla chips on the napkin and I smash them down. And again, on a date, the guy's like, the hell are you doing? Just trying to eat, man. What you doing? It's hard to... My friends always joke and say, whenever you go out on a first date with somebody, don't let it be Chinese or Mexican. The crazy runs deep with me. So, speaking of dating, I rarely get on there. I very rarely get on there. I've actually run through the list of, I mean, I'm sure it's been updated since then, since I've last been on, but I've swiped left so many times, but there have been a few that I've swiped right on, but I actually ran out and I've come to the end. It says that if I want to find a match, that I need to broaden my range. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm done then. So I rarely get on it since that happened. And, but it's on my bio that if we match, and only if we matched, to find me on Facebook, because I don't get on it anymore. And this dude, apparently, and see, this is why I don't like online dating. Because apparently I liked his profile, because if we matched, then I've already liked him. You see, because I haven't been on there, you see what I'm saying? And you just can't see from a few pictures on a dating app how, I mean, there's my kind of crazy, and then there's just fucking, because he sent me a friend request. I'm like, oh, I remember liking him. I went and looked and checked out his profile. And he's spouting off, making all these posts. I just want someone to love me. I'm in love with a married woman and I can't have her. It hurts so much to know that I can never put my arms around her and hold her like I want. No. I mean, there's a difference between being into your woman and being flat out needy. And I am too old and set in my ways to be dealing with, I mean, imagine if I overlooked the fact that just a month ago he was whining about being so in love with another woman, a married woman. Let's just pretend like that didn't happen and I ignored that and I matched with him. Let's just ignore that red flag for a minute. he would be calling me all the damn time. And I've already been through that bullshit with somebody else before, where we would constantly fight. Well, why don't you talk to me? I'm like, why do I have to come back here and talk to you in face when everything we just talked about could have been put in a fucking text message? Well, you should talk to me. Why won't you talk to me? I'm like, I just talked to you yesterday. That didn't work out, obviously. Then again, maybe I would feel differently if it was somebody that I truly, truly cared about. Maybe if the reason why I don't want to talk to these guys is because I'm not vibing with them. Maybe if I found somebody I truly vibed with, I would want to talk to them more frequently than once a week through text message. I mean, like I said, I already know that a little bit of who or what I would be, because I already know I'm the type of girl who I like to hold hands, and I would absolutely smack you on the butt in the middle of a store just because I thought it was fun. But, oh, and I totally forgot to give you an update on the car. Here I am, almost done. Well, so last I told y'all, my friends, I was in the car, and my friends had loaded up my car to take to New Mexico to drop off at the dealership. And then they were heading to Albuquerque to pick up the, I need that, to pick up the other vehicle that I had. Is that a spider? No. It's fuzz. So anyways, all that happened. So I got my new car. I was told it could take months to get my car fixed. So we were totally thinking I wasn't going to have my car back until February. Well, I got a text message last Wednesday saying my car's ready. It doesn't say who it's from. Just a random generic phone number. So I called the dealership, and I'm like, I just told him about the text. I was like, was that from y'all? He's like, it sure is. So I'm like, yay. So my friend took me down to New Mexico the other day, and I got my car back, and free of charge, I got a brand new engine in that thing. And it just drives so good. I'm so used to driving the, we call it the clown car. It's not a bad car. I love the car, but we're so used to what we have, and it's so tiny compared to what we have, and it's so low to the ground that we call it the clown car. Okay, first of all, when I went in there, oh my God, they need to do better. Because when I went in there, they're like, how can we help you? I'm like, yeah, I'm here to pick up my car. And they're like, and what's your name? They're like, Kelly. I was like, Kelly Strickland. Like, okay, here. And I'm like, here. And I show them my driver's license. I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay, here. They totally handed my car over to just some random stranger that they never met just because I had my name. Point to where it is. So I go out there. And my car is this far away from the car next to it. So I turn right back around and go right back in there. And they're like, yeah, is there something wrong? I'm like, yeah, can somebody skinny get my car out for me, please? And they all just started laughing. There's this guy in there, and he was like bigger than me. He busted up laughing. I was so used to driving the clown car that when I finally got my car back, I was like so discombobulated because my car doesn't have a key. So when I got in, I was like doing this, and I couldn't remember what to do, how to turn the car on for a minute. And I started to drive away, and I was following my friend because we weren't going straight home. We were going to go eat and do some shopping while we were in New Mexico. So I was following her, and she stopped to wait for traffic to get and pull out on the highway, and I went and I hit my brakes like I did in the clown car, and I threw myself into the fucking steering wheel because apparently the brakes on this car a lot more sensitive than the clown car. So yeah, like I said, I got the car back. It feels really good to have it back. Me and my sister had a nice fun day of shopping. Not much, but you know, just a little bit of shopping. I always enjoy hanging out with her. She's so great. Like the other day was her birthday, and I got a gift on her birthday. I had every intention of buying her something for her birthday this year, but all my money went to buying the clown car. So, I don't know. One of these days I'll be able to, because that was my entire savings for that clown car. And it's a good car. But yeah, that's it. So, recap. Still not dating. Probably never will. Dr. McDreamy still sits up here rent-free. Physical therapy all the way in March. And I got my car back. I now have 2 cars. It feels so good to be able to say that. Oh my gosh. The kids have, like I said, applied for their apartment, so whenever there's an opening, they'll have their own place. Technically, we should have started this before she got here, so they could already be on the waiting list. I don't know why we didn't do that. So, and it's going to take a while because we're trying to find, we want an apartment near me. Because we're close, you know, the 3 of us are close. So we looking for and that's what's going to take so long, because we're looking for an apartment up here in Dolores, a home, a house, anything for rent in their price range. And Dolores. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. So hope you guys have a good day. And as always, don't be a dick. And I will see you guys later. Bye.